Hi everyone, I'm Carmen Darwin. I am wanting to show you through my home here in Toowoomba. And I bought the house about 15 months ago, and since buying it I've turned it into a guest house. And so here on the here's going to be the first of about a 20-part video series of me showing you through my house and everything within the guest house. And I'm hoping it'll be something of interest to you, because I'm going to tell you how I actually put each of the rooms together, all the pieces that have gone into renovating it, all my decor, that kind of thing. And so it's behind the scenes view into the guest house here at Campbell Waratah. So I had this idea when I bought the house that I'd renovate it and turn it into a place where women could come and stay. So it's accommodation for women. And it's also a place where we can run retreats, we as in me, or anybody else who might like to run a retreat here. And I also have been offering special events and things like that. So as an interior designer and a garden designer, I was told by a couple of people that I should, introduce you to my world and show you everything that I've got going on here. So welcome to the series of Campbell Waratah, and I hope you really enjoy it. And in your comments, if there's anything in particular you want to see, then you just let me know. So I'm going to start in each video is going to be a different room, and it'll be a deep dive into that different room. So just so you know what to expect. I'm sitting here at the moment on the front veranda of Campbell and Waratah and looking out to the garden, but I'll do a proper tour of that later. Hello everybody and welcome back. Now today, as promised, I'm going to take you to the first part of the guest house. So it all starts here at the front gate. So I'm going to show you through the front garden, and I'm going to show you what I've got around here. The entry here starts with this amazing wisteria that I've got growing through here. This would be quite old. It's coming through the arbor as I enter my place. Now, I got this cut back really hard not long ago, and as you can see, it's absolutely thriving. I've got wisteria flowers on it. I've got beautiful seed pods and things like that. Around Christmas time, I put up these baubles, and they're actually still hanging here. And I just think they're so cute, so I just kind of leave them there. But as you come through, I've been working on my garden over here for some time. I've put in some of these big elephant ears. I've got some hydrangeas going. They're looking a little bit sad after the amount of heat we've had, but they're coming on okay. I've got my hydrangeas here, and we pan around. I've planted these gaura, and I've planted this frangipani here. But I'll talk to you in more detail about my garden later. But this is just to give you an idea of the entry to the property and what I've done. So if we come up through here, we come up through the gates, and we come onto the tea tree porch. Now, I love naming things. I think it's really important. As an interior designer, whenever I do a project, I always name places because it just gives it character. So here I've got my tea tree porch, and I'm fortunate that it's got a beautiful northeast aspect, and I get to look out upon the tea trees. And in around September, these come out in a beautiful white flower, and it's like an enormous cauliflower tree. So anyway, this is where you can come at my place just for a cup of tea and a drink, and all of this is just a mix of things. So I've got Bunnings pots here with some little Xanadu plants. I've got just some simple caneware, and I love to get old pieces and mix them with you. So I bought this beautiful old Art Deco table, which I just fell in love with, and it becomes the basis for my plants. With plants, especially on verandas, you want different heights, and you don't want everything at the same height, and that just gives it a bit of a lush appearance. I think the thing I love though about this back wall is because we do get a lot of rain here from the east, the owners before me or whoever had done this renovation have put in these beautiful green stained glass, and I just love it. It's perfect for a veranda. So I also have here, I collect a lot of things secondhand on Marketplace, and I got this beautiful old table on Marketplace as well. And so, as I said, it's important, you've got an Art Deco piece with a non-Art Deco piece, right? So you can mix any sort of thing. I've also got, a stump here that I put the plant on. It doesn't really matter. And I always collect things like this tray. If I ever see these in an op shop, without fail, I will pick them up because they're beautiful and they're functional. They're great for plants and things like that inside the house and outside. So as you can see down here, rather than buying a normal saucer, I've just bought an old op shop. It's kind of like a glass plate, really. It's not quite crystal, but it's got that feel. So I also have up here, and it's daytime, so these aren't on, but then I string up my fairy lights here, and these little festoon lights just give it a bit of ambience. So I tend to do them, if I'm stringing up fairy lights like this, I'll come back, I string them up in a zigzag fashion, okay, rather than straight across. And you just can put a hook up, okay, hook up, across to the other one, another hook, you know, to secure them. I know you can't really do that easily when you're renting, but I have the advantage here, I'm not renting. Now, the other thing I bought, which I think is just so cute, I also bought this on Marketplace. It's just an old antique table, and I'm not exactly sure where it came from, but it's got this beautiful marble top, which I love, and it's got this matching mirror. Now, just because it's a mirror doesn't mean it needs to be inside. I love mirrors, and I think they reflect so much of the outside. So if you can see here, I get this beautiful reflection of the garden. So mirrors on the veranda are a really nice idea, especially if you can get it above a little cute table like this. Now, my friend down the road, Carol, she gave me cuttings of these succulent, and this isn't looking its best at the moment, but it doesn't matter because this is a warts and all kind of video. So what I want to show you here is how you can get these succulents and create these bowls. So you want to get a shallow bowl like that, and this is from Bunnings, and you want to get a proper succulent mix, and then you just go to anyone's garden who's got some of these. You just break the top of the succulent off and you can replant it. So it's as simple as this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to snap that off. Now each one of those leaves, if you plant them, I'll just put my finger in the ground there. If you just plant that leaf in like that, you'll grow a new one. Alternatively, you know, I'm going to put a hole in down there, and I'm going to stick this piece in, all right, and I'll water it in, and that's going to grow a whole new one. So when these start to get a bit unruly, you can actually cut them back quite hard and then start creating new pieces in the bottom. So I'm just putting that down in there, all right. So that's succulent bowls. Now they're quite effective, as you can see. You know, it just gives it some presence. I've made a bit of a mess down there, doesn't matter. It gives it a little bit of presence and it gives it some interest. So a simple way on your veranda is just to mix a few of these elements. The other thing is I had a problem with the doves, the local pigeons, coming and landing and pooping all over my deck here. So I've actually put some artificial ivy through here because it really helps to keep them away. I haven't had a problem at all with them coming through here. So it's just a deterrent because they can't land on the bottom here. They still land on the top sometimes, but it helps a lot. So that's basically the tea tree porch. And in my next video, I'm going to take you through that front door and I'm going to start showing you around. And I do have big plans for painting this door frame, this house, this colour ground deck at the moment. But you know what? A girl can't do it all. It's all going to happen in good time. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.